Hi Girl Scouts! My name is Molly and I'm a specialist here at the Girl Scouts Heart of Central California, and I'm really excited because today we are going to talk about sustainability and do a fun craft with the reuse of objects. So sustainability basically means that you want to take care of the environment and the planet to better the world for people and for the animals around, for now and for future generations. So sustainability can mean a lot of things for a lot of people, and it doesn't have to be all about recycling. I mean, it's great to recycle. You can recycle cardboard, plastic, glass, whatever. But there are different ways. Like you can garden, you can maybe plant a flower or an herb or your favorite fruit or vegetable, and that plant is a sustainable practice. What we're going to be doing today is reusing objects for a different purpose, and that's a sustainable way to use your household items. So we're going to build a speaker using a paper towel roll. If you don't have a paper towel roll, feel free to grab a toilet paper roll, pretty much the same thing, and you're going to use it with your phone or iPod, whatever you have available. So you will need a paper towel roll, some scissors, and a pen. And I recommend using paper cups, but if you don't have paper cups available, I am using coffee filters, and I think that they'll do the job just fine. And you'll also maybe want some paint or colored pens to decorate your speaker. So we're going to start by taking your pen and the paper towel roll, and what you're going to want to do is measure out how long your phone is. So I'm going to guess my phone is about that long. If you can see those two little lines there, I'm going to draw this out. And then I'm also going to make a flap to help hold the phone up. So you can see here, this is where the flap is going to be. So what I recommend when you are cutting is to actually fold this part in half. It just makes it a little bit easier to use your scissors to cut it. So I'm going to go in and start cutting. And it's okay if you bend the paper towel roll, it'll unbend, it's cardboard. And it does not have to be a perfect line or anything. As long as the phone fits, you are good. And if you cut now and don't have a flap and decide you want to flap later to help hold your phone up, you can always just tape on the leftover cardboard and it'll work just fine. So, as you can see, I have created my little hole for my phone. And so what we're going to do now is you're going to take your paper cup or your coffee filter, whatever you have, and you're going to measure it on the ends here. So I'm going to draw this out. And it's okay if it's a little bit bigger. You can always use tape or glue to keep it on to your speaker. So again, I'm going to fold it in half. Cut this out. I'm going to make mine a little bit smaller, so. So as you can see, it kind of looks like a flower, which is very pretty. And I'll do it with the next coffee filter. You want it on both sides. So if you're using a paper cup, you don't want to cut holes on both sides of the paper cup. You just want to cut it on one. So that way the paper cup will point out and it'll push the sound out like a speaker. All right, so I got my second one. So you want to make sure that this is pointing out because it'll point the sound out. If it's going like this way, the opposite way, then it's not really doing much. So make sure that it's pointing out this way. And you can crunch it. Like I said, you can tape it if it's not staying on your paper towel roll. So next you're going to want to decorate it. I think I'm going to take green. It's my favorite color. So I'm just gonna do maybe like a little pause play, make it look like a little speaker. You can draw whatever you want or paint whatever you want on it. It's up to you, it's your speaker. So I did a little volume, pause play. Maybe I'll do some polka dots around. Maybe turn those polka dots into flowers, since we're celebrating the earth. All right. So you have already made your speaker. What you can do, since this volume button is not real, you can take paper or coffee filter or tissues and you can crunch it up and you can actually stick it in the end of your paper towel roll, and that'll kind of change how it sounds, and it'll also change the volume a little bit. So depending on what you want your volume and what you want your sound like, you can kind of mess around with your speaker. So now you've made a sustainable project and you've made a new use out of an old object. And like I said, sustainability can be in many forms and you can do many projects. So take a look around your house and look at the different items and see what you can do with them. Maybe you have an old pasta sauce jar, or you have an aluminum can from soda or water. Try and see what you can do with those objects to reuse them for a different purpose. All right, thanks guys, until next time.